I love Arthur. I think he's a benevolent, beautiful prince of a man, full of love and humour.
And flaws.
Hugely flawed. He's refused to grow up.
You could say the same about English comedian Russell Brand.
You sure you want to go to your mother's fundraiser like this? I think it's black tie.
This is black.
Who portrays Arthur in the new remake.
Just that Hobson said not to get into any trouble.
Listen, what trouble could possibly come from a harmless game of dress-up?
You are going to drive it? Yes. Okay. I hope it has an airbag and a seat belt.
Don't worry about that. We've got our skulls to protect us. Our magical skulls will hold our brains together, Serena.
I can only hope.
We caught up with Brand in Hollywood on a studio lot.
To the future!
And from the beginning, he was in the driver's seat.
It's faster than it should be!
Are you going to kill us?
Possibly.
Russell Brand, a golf cart? What was I thinking?
Not forever! I just got kidnapped. We were gone for 20 minutes. All right.
Aha!
And that was just for starters.
What are these buttons for?
This is what I was afraid of.
This British bad boy comic has taken the U.S. by storm. If for no other reason than his recent marriage to American singing sensation Katy Perry. Then there was last month's appearance on Saturday Night Live.
In England, when you're famous, this is how tight you can wear your trousers.
I've had a fantastic time here. I've married an American person.
Yeah.
So it's not like... I really love this country and I'm enjoying working in it.
I am the Easter Bunny.
And there are the movies. He's the voice of a wacky Easter bunny in the soon-to-be-open animated feature, Hop.
Please don't go. I'll behave. I'm special.
We should not get married. We don't have anything in common, do we?
And then there's his take on an eccentric young billionaire in the remake of Arthur.
You love horses. I don't trust them. Their shoes are permanent.
Who makes that kind of a commitment
We
to
get
a
on.
shoe?
Brand made a name for himself in the movies when he played an over-the-top rock star in Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Hey, I'm all the snow.
I know who you are, yeah, you're very, very famous.
Yeah, I am, for my sins.
I have crossed the mystic desert to snap pictures of the poor.
That same character was back in last year's comedy, Get Him to the Greek. Even the Today Show's Meredith Vieira played along.
Are you on something right now?
Yeah.
Several things?
I'm just mucking around, Meredith. I've never taken drugs.
The reality is, Brand himself has had a long struggle with addiction.
In my real life, yeah, like when I used to drink and take drugs, it just got to a point where I couldn't do anything else, where my entire life was governed by addiction, and when I was becoming a nuisance, I was horrible to be around and mean to people.
Despite those drug-fueled escapades, he became a hugely popular stand-up comic and TV host in England. So much so that at age 35, he's written 2 books about his life.
How did you feel like you had enough material in your life to write not 1, but 2 autobiographies?
So much stuff's been happening. Like, when I was a kid, loads of stuff was going on all the time with, like, my mum, you know, like, my mum was sick and stuff when I was a kid.
His mother, Barbara, whom he brought to the Oscars this year, endured 3 bouts of cancer as he was growing up. Brand found solace in the world of entertainment, and in his autobiography, writes that his first experience with acting was like falling in love and being utterly alone with God.
That bit about the first time I performed, when I read it back, that made me cry, because I thought, oh yeah, that's properly what I felt like, you know, and I was only 15, and up till then I felt dead lonely and miserable and that. But when I did that performance, it was the first time I felt sort of like, oh, there's something I'm good at, you know?
But he was also very good at getting into trouble, especially once he became addicted to crack and heroin. Brand was arrested multiple times.
Do you feel lucky that you're alive? Do you feel like you came very close?
I've been clean for 8 years now. I was told when I got clean, they said, oh, if you don't get clean right now, said the Chip Summers, the bloke who ran the treatment centre where I got clean, he said, if you don't stop taking drugs right now, you will be dead or in prison or in a lunatic asylum within 6 months. That was 8 years ago. So imagine what trouble I could have got into by then.
Sit down, Arthur. The time has come to set aside childish things.
Instead, he's enjoying incredible success. As one of the executive producers of Arthur, Brand had a hand in making one of the film's big changes.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Arthur's butler, Hobson.
I'm going to take a bath.
I'll alert the media.
A role that won an Oscar for Sir John Gielgud in the original film,
I will remain here.
is now a nanny, played by Dame Helen Mirren.
Make me. Don't worry, Evander, I'll just have a bit of fun with her. Probably use the old rope-a-dope. Ow! That really hurt!
If he's not out of this ring 1 minute, bite your other ear off.
When I was on set with Helen Mirren, I'd do a scene with her, and I think, I'm brilliant. When this film comes out, I'm going to look much better. Then you go over and look at the monitor at what she'd done, and like what she's doing is really interesting, even though it's just an eyebrow moving.
Right. She's subtle and brilliant.
She's subtle and classy.
When I was little, you used to say, Arthur, you can do anything under the sun. I never spoke like that.
I so respected what he was doing, and I loved what he was doing.
I get a job. What?
Sitting there like an audience going, oh, this is great. Oh my God, how can you be so brilliant? Fine, go ahead. Get a job.
I am a grown man, and I shall join the mature world of gainful employment to prove it. Don't let that undermine what I just said.
It was the chance to work with actors like Mirren and Brand, says director Jason Weiner, that convinced him to rework the popular comedy.
You know, if there's one actor on the planet that can kind of reinvent this character for a new generation, it's Russell.
Have you ever been in love, Hobson?
Yes, I was once.
He's so much more articulate. He's so much more grounded and thoughtful and, you know, not to be cheesy about it, but frankly spiritual than people know. He's been through a lot, and he's got a great perspective on it.
Oh God, you're good.
And he's always up for the unexpected.
Oh, did you see
England,
that? Did
England.
you? No.
Yes.
That's terrible. Nice game.
We'll smash
Thank
this
you.
joint up
You
now.
did win. You win. Thank you.
Cheers. Take that, woman.